When you guys were growing up, did you like have like a favorite like food or like when like a special treat that you would get sometimes?
Do you remember Grandma Longquist? Used
Yeah,
to hide.
my grandma her room was like right next to mine with a door. And so she would sneak me pieces of really sharp cheese.
Like a little mouse.
Because she knew I really liked extra sharp cheddar cheese. So she'd knock on the door and I'd be like a little mouse and go get the cheese.
Is that
Or
hysterical?
she'd come in at night sometimes when I just went to bed and say, "Here, Ron." So
Is that
that's
funny?
how I'm so fond of cheese. I think we have to blame it
But
on my
he
grandmother.
grew up in a family of plastic cheese. His mom used to use Velveeta.
Did you have like a special treat?
Yeah, all of our foods were kind of related to holidays, you know.
Yeah, but
because-
like, is there like a special food, not just on holidays, that you might get that was like?
Well, I used to like pasta, just plain pasta boiled, and I'd have to wait until after the whole family had gone to bed before I could come out and just boil some spaghetti and eat it by myself.
Was that when you were my age?
Yes, because we never ate American food. We had Czechoslovakian stuff. My grandmother made noodles from scratch and all this stuff. And I always wanted to try boxed pasta. So I had a 1 pound box of,
Did your parents know you were doing?
No.
Your mom know?
And
you
then
were
she
doing-
asked why I always want to go to
Italian. I know.
restaurants. She loved horses. She used to trade her time in the camps when
But
the other kids wanted to go swimming. Instead of going swimming, she would trade a kid for horseback riding time, so that
Kids
she
who were
didn't have
afraid
to-
of horses would
So
trade
that's
me.
why she can't swim to this day.
I
So-
used to go to camp every
but
summer.
she can ride a horse like crazy.
I'm pretty sure you guys didn't have like TVs back then, like so you can like turn on the TV and watch.
When I was 10, when I was your age, we did get a TV because
Did
we
you
used to
guys?
have the only one in town.
Well, their family had more money than my family in general, because her grandpa had a really good job with General Electric, so he made bucks.
And
They-
every Friday when he got paid, a rabbit came up to him and gave him some black licorice and said to him, "Take this home to your granddaughter." And he'd walk all the way home. He walked
A bunny?
everywhere.
A rabbit?
Big rabbit.
How big is this rabbit?
It's a big rabbit. Because I believed it for years. I think I was 30. No, not really. But he used to come home, and I couldn't wait till Friday afternoons, because when he would come home, he always got paid on Friday, and he would always run into that rabbit who would give him the black licorice and bring it home to me, and that was my most
You didn't think that a
favorite treat.
coincidence that he got paid on the same day that
Sure.
you got licorice?
Oh, of course. I'm sure.
It's called Rabbit Friday.
How old were you and what'd you do?
I was about
What was your first job?
9 years old when I decided that I would take our lawnmower and cut people's yards, the grass. So I'd get a whole $1 for the front and $1 for the back. So I'd make a couple
Was a
bucks.
dollar the same equivalent now?
Oh no, not at all.
But I mean like,
So
And
is
then
that per
I'd
month?
take on when people would go away for a vacation, I'd water their yards for them and
no,
stuff.
but I mean like
They
if
didn't have automatic sprinklers in those days, so
if
you
you-
had to turn the sprinklers on and off.
Okay.
They deliver the papers in a big bundle. My friend Stuart Farmer's dad would come and drop the papers. And sometimes he'd be late because I took a route, unfortunately, that was on the other side of where I lived.
so you got the bad route and he got the good route.
Exactly, and I got the trailer courts, which we called in those days mobile homes, okay? And I got all the apartments, and I got all the crappy places. So at the end, when you collected, people would always either not be home or they'd come there and, but we don't have that right now. Could you come back? So I'd come back after school and I'd have to run around trying to collect this money. And a lot of people would move out on me, you know, because they were transients. So I was supposed to make $50 a month. I bet the most I ever made was like $15 or $16 a month because I had to pay the paper company for all the papers. You know how they deliver the
Yes.
papers today? Somebody runs around in a car or a truck and bing, 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 bing. I used to have to fold all my papers, band them,
And then
put them in my bike rack. You know, on each side I had a big newspaper rack.
so you go.
Okay, and then I'd have to pedal my bike all over the place, no matter what the weather was. School, and sometimes
Did you do
I'd
that
finish a
at
little
school?
early, and Dick Krogopek would meet me, and the big thing was to maybe once every couple of weeks, we'd ride up to the end of the street to the Winchell's Donut Shop and get the jelly-filled donuts as they just come out. They were nice and warm, you know. And Richard, he'd eat like 10 of them. On the next neighborhood,
Feel
next
free to
to me,
ask him questions if you need to follow.
that I had to deliver papers. They were actual houses though. But these people, a couple of them had big dogs, like shepherds and stuff,
Didn't you say
that would
that-
sleep outside on the front porch.
And then when you got to be
So
quiet, and then
when
you,
I would,
like,
when I knew where they were, so when I'd come up on them, I'd like pedal like crazy, okay? Because I knew that these dogs would actually try to bite my legs
so you got to
in my feet. And so I would pedal so fast, and then I'd get my feet up on the middle bar, so they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
get me. But they kept, you know. And then, Lord help me that I didn't run out of steam. But one time, I had to come back that same way,
Why?
and this shepherd had all his buddies there. So, like, I had all these people had loose dogs. I must have had a pack of like 5 or 6 dogs, and I'm telling you, I was petrified. I thought they were going to eat me. I'm not kidding you.
And what happened?
Then once I got off, because they surrounded me. I got off my bike, and I thought, man, if I have to run, you know. So I got off my bike, and all of a sudden they looked at me like, well, you're no fun. We don't want to chase something just standing there. They didn't attack me, thank goodness. And they kind of backed off, and I got back on my bike and pedaled out of there, but it was scary.
The moral of the story is you don't want to be
Being a paper boy was horrible.